Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. Do you feel safer because they make you take your shoes off before you can get into the airport lounge? We'll find out. Andy's got the rundown.
Sam, the key to economic development and tourism in our area is the airport. Today we talked to Krys Bart, Executive Director of the Reno-Tahoe Airport, and find out just what's going on. And then we talked to Chinnock, the Executive Director of the Nevada Department of Taxation. There's a hearing tomorrow that we all should be aware of. Sam?
Thanks, Andy. And coming up on the Pundit panel today, Liz MacMenamin, Paul Enos, Alfredo Alonso, and the return of Ande Barbano. It's all coming up next on the all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Catch us straight, dine at 8. Lucky you. Lucky you. Dance till 1. Have some fun. Lucky you. Lucky you. Taste the shrimp. Have a sip. Try the pool. Play it cool. At the Sienna Hotel Spa Casino. Lucky you. Yeah!
The biggest risk your company can take.
Well, Barbara, you did very well on your interview.
Hiring employees can help your business get to the next level.
And your resume looks outstanding.
And it can also expose you to corporate crimes and costly lawsuits that can bring your company to its knees.
So, we'd like to offer you a position.
Before you hire another employee, hire the professionals at Employer Links. Call today to get our free CD-ROM, The Top 8 Risk of Hiring Employees.
If you own a business and want to maximize your company's potential, join the Retail Association of Nevada. Our membership benefits include the Nevada Retail Network Self-Insured Group, providing workers' compensation coverage that can lower your rates. That savings can go directly to your bottom line. We are an effective pro-business organization that lobbies on behalf of our business members. The Retail Association of Nevada, protecting Nevada businesses for 35 years. Call 882-1700 to see what we can do for your organization.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad, political analyst Ande Engleman on No Holds Barred Political Forum. Now, from the News 4 Broadcast Center, here's Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, Krys Bart is the Executive Director of the Airport Authority of Washoe County. We welcome her to the program. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for being here, Krys. Good
Okay,
morning.
so let's start out with the pet peeve of just about 99% of the people who are coming through airports these days, not just through Reno. What's the deal with everybody's got to take their shoes off?
Well, you know, in fact, everyone doesn't have to take their shoes off. That was such a pet peeve that the Transportation Security Administration took another look at that, and they've changed their approach to that and said, everyone doesn't have to take their shoes off. You can if you want. But if you don't take your shoes off and you alarm the system, then you're going to have to take them off. So it really becomes a matter of personal choice. But what really happens is that in a lot of shoes, there's a metal shank in the shoe that sets the system off. And that's the real reason for doing it.
Okay, what kind of things are the TSA finding? Are they finding horrible, nasty things as they search people?
Well, I think that they are finding a lot of things, and I think it's like all of us, you know, we kind of forget. We're in a hurry to get on that plane to pack, particularly if you're traveling with small children this summer, and you do put things in your pocket or your bag, and you forget that they're there. And so,
For example,
you know, we continue to find things like cigarette lighters or nail clippers or scissors. Scissors is a big one that we find. Pocket knives is another big one. So it's common everyday items that we mostly find.
I thought nail clippers were now okay.
Some are, if they're small, yes, they are. But, you know, I think the more interesting thing is that people are so rushed as they go through security that the bigger issue is the fact that they continue to leave their laptops and their cell phones and a lot of things. And so we have a lot bigger lost and found issue these days over the things that they inadvertently leave at the checkpoint as opposed to the things that get taken away from them.
And they don't come back looking for them?
A lot of them don't. That's exactly right. So we have tried to be real proactive, and if we find their name, we call them, we log everything in, we mail these things to people all over the world.
Do you have a sale at some point?
And we do.
Ah.
And we do. After we have this merchandise for in excess of 6 months, we're allowed by law to sell it. So we do.
Let me ask you about cargo. I know that carrying cargo has been a big part of the income for the airport for a long time.
Yes.
But it's only just recently that they've started screening the cargo.
Actually, they don't screen the cargo.
I believe they actually started late last week in some, maybe not at Reno, but in some airports.
Yeah, at some airports they do. There are a number of levels of security for cargo. At Reno, they do not screen the cargo, but they have a known shipper program. So cargo is accepted only from certain shippers that have gone through a very stringent set of criteria as determined by the federal government. What has dropped off, though, because of the whole security issue, is airmail. Significant drop in airmail, almost 50% last year drop in airmail, but that's very consistent with airports all over the country. So that has happened. But our cargo, excluding airmail, is actually up, and we're seeing now as the economy is turning around that it will continue to go up. And you know, the University of Nevada at Reno recently did an interesting study for us in a survey, and they were able to connect our cargo growth with economic development and job formations. And it's very interesting. There is a direct correlation between job formation and the growth in cargo. And just round numbers, it appears to me that for every 300,000 tons of additional cargo, that we're seeing about 1,200 new jobs in the community. And I myself had never looked at it that way. What we need to do with cargo, though, is let more businesses and manufacturers in the community know of the terrific cargo opportunities we have here, because we have 24-hour customs, 24/7 customs, for example. And we have a great runway, and we don't have to be a hub to keep moving more and more cargo, but it's essential for the economics
because
of
it
Northern
helps you
Nevada.
to lower the cost for the airlines flying in.
It does.
Let me talk to you. You know, when you look at, you know, you've got such a huge example here between Southwest and American, two completely different styles of running an airline. Do you get the sense, as I do sometimes, that the people at American in the upper management are just kind of spinning, going, what do we do, what do we do, what do we do? And they're not really addressing the fact that airline travel in this country realistically has gone from being the glamour of Pan Am in the 60s to being a best service, which is what Southwest is. It's nothing derogatory about that, but it is essentially, do you think that the big airline companies are going to get a clue and figure out why Southwest is profitable and they are not?
Some of them are, and I think you're seeing dramatic changes with some of the majors, not all of them, but some of them. But you know, you've got to be sure that you're comparing apples and apples. Southwest has one airline type. They fly point to point. They don't fly internationally. American has several aircraft type in their fleet. They fly internationally. They haul a lot of cargo. A very different concept than does...
But don't they need to change that concept? Because they're losing billions of dollars.
Okay, if they change that concept and they know they only fly point to point and they don't fly internationally, then who's going to do it?
Well, I think that, in any time in business, when somebody goes out of business, then people move in to fill a void. When we've seen airlines, leave Reno or leave Las Vegas, other airlines have come in to fill that gap. There will be other models that will come up. But it's just at this point, and I don't want to pick on American, we're very happy to have them flying here, but the major airlines are not getting it. They're cutting back on the amount of sodas they serve or sandwiches that they serve, and thinking that saving $1 is going to save them billions, and it's not working out that way.
Well, I think that a lot of the public haven't really seen what's gone on. I know that the majors have reduced the number of aircraft. They're trying to get smaller fleets. They've laid off hundreds of thousands of people. But I think the change is going to be a little more evolutionary. If you look at what's going on in our airport and all airports across the country, you see much more personal responsibility. For example, you have to go and you have to check in at that kiosk. And you're going to see every single airline at our airport eventually have a kiosk check-in, which then reduces manpower, for example. And so you're going to see that sort of evolution. There are bigger issues, labor issues, et cetera,
You got about 10 seconds for this.
that they have to overcome before we see the dramatic change that we need.
Krys, you can tell from this interview that we need you back here.
Yes,
I got a long list of questions. So when you come back, all right, Krys Bart from the Airport Authority, you're doing a great job. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers after this.
Interest rates remain at all-time historic lows. Now's a great time to purchase or refinance in the Northern Nevada area. Hi, I'm Valerie Hedlund, Operations Manager of CTX Mortgage. We pride ourselves in giving face-to-face service, local processing, local underwriting, immediate loan approvals in a private and professional office setting. We at CTX choose to do business differently. This is our local team of processors and operations staff that are dedicated to providing you the highest level of service. Please call any of the loan officers on our CTX team.
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at DeAndrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South DeAndrea Parkway in Sparks.
Welcome to Sushi Club, best sushi in town. The Sushi Club in Independence Square used the best quality products. The sushi is dynamite, and the service is just wonderful.
The Sushi Club is bigger and better. We have 11 sushi chefs on staff, and the service is great.
All your friends will tell you that Sushi Club is the best place for the best sushi.
Come join us for lunch or dinner.
The Sushi Club, 294 East Moana Lane in the Independence Square.
Now that's great sushi.
If you love good food and you like good wine and all in a beautiful setting, we've got the perfect evening for you.
The Event Center at Red Hawk, Michael Mondavi Wine Dinner, Chef Ken and his fabulous food, 4 courses paired with Michael Mondavi wines. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, it sounds perfect, Al. It's all coming up on September 18th right here at Red Hawk. Make sure you call early to get your reservation in. It's going to be an evening not to be missed.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, Chuck Chinnock joins us. He's the Executive Director of the Nevada Department of Taxation, and he has a lot of questions for you.
Well, first of all, Chuck, I want to be sure that everybody knows, tomorrow morning is another hearing by the Nevada Tax Commission.
That's correct. We do have a regulation workshop tomorrow. And it is posted on our website. We hope to have some language on the website today for potential language for regulations. The workshop tomorrow is designed for emergency regulations to provide guidance for the modified business tax. We have other workshops scheduled throughout this month, the next month, the month after that, as many as necessary, up to 25 workshops to provide the guidance necessary for legislation that was recently passed.
Okay, I want to be certain that the public understands that these hearings are open to the public and you can go in and you can testify. So they could go to your website today, look at the proposed language, and they could be there. It starts at 9 o'clock. It's at the Nevada Legislature for people in the north. You can be there and you can testify as to whether or not the proposed language is going to hurt your business, right?
You can testify, gather information, express your concerns, provide language. It's also a video teleconference, so it's also at the Grant Sawyer building. in Las Vegas on the 4th floor, and you can also view it on the internet also.
All right, so you can view it on your computer. Now, if you don't have a computer, you can go to the library and view it there.
Absolutely.
And that's by going to the legislative website and clicking on live meetings, and that will take you right to that tax commission meeting.
Yes, it will.
Okay, great. Now, we've got a lot of things going on. I want to ask you about internet sales tax. First of all, when people buy things on the internet, they get charged sales tax, and they even get charged tax on their shipping. How do we know the state is getting that money?
Right now, the primary way we know that the state is getting money is through an audit program. Other than that, we will receive a report from the companies who do submit the sales tax to us through the filing of their returns. And the only sales tax that should be collected currently under current statutes is when the company does have nexus or a location within Nevada. Otherwise,
so if
there's not sales
if they
tax.
have a shop somewhere in Nevada,
Yes.
then they should be collecting it.
That's correct.
Other than that, they shouldn't. They don't have to collect it.
That's correct. Currently
now,
do not have to.
I've made purchases on the internet where they've told me that they are registered in all 50 states, and therefore they can collect the sales tax. Is that sales tax not coming to you?
That sales tax, if they have nexus in Nevada, should be coming to us, yes.
Well, what if they don't have a building in Nevada, but they claim on their website that they're registered in this state?
There are some companies who have subsidiaries that do not have true nexus in Nevada, and those companies are not collecting sales tax.
Okay, so when that happens, then the person who buys the item is vulnerable, is supposed to pay the sales tax,
Technically, that's correct.
right?
That is correct. There is a program underway right now, and there was a bill passed in this session of the legislature, AB 514, which is called the Streamlined Sales Tax Program. And the intent of that program is when sufficient states sign up for that program, and we're very close to that, those companies through federal legislation will also be required to start collecting sales tax for all the various states. And the idea is that if sufficient states sign up for this program, then they will simplify all of their rules for the sake of the businesses, and as a result of that, then the businesses will then agree to start collecting sales tax on the internet sales.
And this is what you hope.
Yes, and again, we did pass the Streamlined Sales Tax Bill this session, and in 2006, hopefully that will go into effect, and we'll have federal legislation backing it.
Okay, very quickly, because we're almost out of time. You're going to be starting a new auditing program. Right now, it's sort of hit or miss, right?
Well, right now we have an audit program that basically was based upon random-based and also based upon leads, but there was recent legislation that will allow us to look at indicators of non-compliance, which takes us into the arena of risk-based auditing. So that program will also be developed through regulatory workshops, and we'll be looking for input from the various taxpayers and taxpayer organizations.
And we can follow it all on the website.
You bet.
Okay, Chuck, thanks so much for being here. We'll be right back with the Pundit panel after this time out.
Okay, terrific.
Before you head to Carson, take care of yourself with a visit to Tamarack Junction. Catch a hot cup of coffee and the morning news on one of our 32 TVs and enjoy the best food in South Reno. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Today's lesson, another reason to take the Gold Rush Club Card Challenge. With the Gold Rush Card, you really have 3 cards in one. Use your cash back. You still keep your comps and drawing tickets. Use your comps. You still keep your cash and drawing tickets. And with your drawing tickets, you could win thousands in cold hard cash every week and still keep your cash back and comps. Does your club add up? Graduate to the Gold Rush Players Club. It's the smart thing to do. The Gold Dust West, south on Keystone, east on 4th.
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Make your daily commute easy with breakfast or lunch at the Tamarack Junction. Enjoy daily specials, super fast service, and South Reno's freshest morning meals. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
Back on Nevada Newsmakers, stand by for a very good pundit panel today. We're joined by Liz MacMenamin, who is with the Nevada Manufacturers Association. I'm sorry, the Nevada Retail Association. Wrong association. And
That's okay.
They happen to be one of our sponsors on the program here too, which we appreciate. And Alfredo Alonso with Lionel, Sawyer, and Collins. Paul Enos with the McMullen Strategic Group. And the return of Ande Barbano with the Sparks Tribune. Welcome, all of you. Liz, I want to start with you. There's this big brouhaha over shopping carts and supermarkets getting fined for these things being out in the community. This doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
This is not the first time we've had to deal with this issue. It came up in southern Nevada. Clark County fortunately worked with the retailers and we came up with a workable solution. However, in the city of Sparks, we're having a little more difficult time working with our city council and especially the city attorney, who quite frankly stated he didn't want to work with any of the retailers because they just quite frankly didn't do what they needed to do. But there is a law on the book. It is illegal to steal shopping carts. But none of our retailers are going to run after someone who's taking a shopping cart. They don't have the manpower, first of all, but they're not going to run after them. If it's picked up, then now what the city of Sparks wants to do is fine the retailer for each shopping cart that they find.
Alfredo, do you think that there's going to be supermarkets not coming to town because of this?
I doubt it. I'm sure they'll find a way to work this out. At least I hope so.
Well, you're talking about busting your customers. There are a lot of people who need those shopping carts to take their groceries home. If they can't drive, they're going to need to wheel their groceries home from the store. And most retail stores, most grocery stores, that's part of the cost of doing business. That a few weeks ago, right behind Channel 4 here, I was behind a guy who had this trailer on the back of his truck, and he was retrieving shopping carts, probably a freelance shopping cart retrieval service. But there are a lot of people that need those carts for the basic needs if they can't drive.
The carts don't belong to them. It's still stealing.
It's not stealing.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
It's taking the property from a store and taking it off the premises. And it's absolutely ridiculous that a city or a county entity would fine.
You got to have the intent. I'm sorry.
You got to have the intent to steal.
Hang on.
You have to have the intent to steal.
So the store has a company vehicle, right? I don't have a car. Instead of taking the shopping cart to take my stuff home, I got a little bit too much. I'm going to take their truck home. Is that stealing?
I think you have a flawed analogy there, Sam. What's wrong with a store providing a shopping cart for its customers who don't drive? They don't bust people for stealing their carts.
Well, they give you
way.
Grocery bags.
Actually,
they give
Andy,
you some form of transportation.
There are areas and there are stores that do give some of their customers permission, and that was one of the things that we asked to be implemented into this ordinance, that if a customer has permission from the store, written permission, that they take this from the store, then it's fine with the store. But it's these others, the children playing in the shopping carts. These shopping carts are $125 and up for each shopping cart that these stores are having to replace.
Back in the 1960s, the Wall Street Journal wrote up a new system that apparently never made it because it was too expensive or too complicated. Put a magnet on the bottom of the shopping cart, and then you had a magnetized periphery around the parking lot, and a shopping cart could not go over that periphery because it would lock up and be magnetized.
Actually, that has been implemented, and I don't know if any of our members have stores here in this area that has implemented that, but I do know in Southern Nevada they have implemented it. But there are ways to work that system also, as with everything else. If you're going to take it off the property, you're going to take it off.
So don't buy groceries in Sparks. That's the answer.
Okay, let's move on. Alfredo, news broke this morning from the Las Vegas Review-Journal that former Clark County Commissioner Erin Kenny is telling her friends that she's going to be suffering some consequences from the topless club scandals down south. She was particularly vitriolic in her race against Lorraine Hunt. Does this surprise you? Does this shock you that it looks like she's going to be indicted?
What it does is it saddens me, actually. I mean, it's really too bad that we're even dealing with this issue. I think.
And she's one of several.
Yeah, and I take public service very seriously, and I think most people do. This is why the public has such an issue with politicians and the perception. There are a lot of good folks that are in public office. The vast majority do it for the right reasons. It's unfortunate this is happening, and it's a sad day.
Nothing new for the Clark County Commission.
Okay, let's move on. We got an Arnold watch going here. Barbano, what you got?
Okay, well, here's two items. I was updating, you can find this at nevadalabor.com at the Energy War Room. I was updating the energy page last night and noticed an item from May of 2001. On May the 26th, 2001, Ken Lay, the deposed head of Enron, came to California to have a set of secret meetings with high-level Republican influence peddlers, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, to try and convince them to use their influence to keep energy deregulation in California so Enron could keep charging those high prices. I think Mr. Schwarzenegger is going to have to answer as to what he discussed with Ken Lay at the height of the California energy disaster. And I got a tip yesterday, Arnold Schwarzenegger is due here in Reno on October the 9th, 2 days after the gubernatorial election for a charity event.
You know what his response is going to be? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What was that question? I can't hear you.
The old
We're doing on
bionic
today's
arrow.
show. Any other thoughts around Arnold before we...
I think Arnold is saying the right things and things that...
He's not saying anything.
Oh, well, of course he is. He's saying...
Well, Greg Davis isn't saying anything.
Arnold, though, has said the right thing. We need to keep business in California because business generates revenue. And I think that's something that all states need to keep in mind, is that it is businesses that generate revenue that keep states' economies growing.
And apparently for Arnold, one of those businesses was Enron. That's why I want to ask that question.
I clearly think this is great for Nevada. The bigger mess they have in California, the more businesses will realize this is a great place to do business.
Liz, you got 5 seconds here.
Or it takes away from the fact that we've had our own little mess right here in our state.
Oh, it's making us look beautiful. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers.
Big Apple Pizza, best pizza in Nevada, take one.
Today we're making homemade meatballs for a meatball parm. You like cheesesteak? I think you're like in South Philly right now. It's the best cheese ever made. Now that's how a Philly cheesesteak's supposed to look.
And here's little Cole.
This is authentic. We'll throw some pepperoni in here. Not gonna be shy about it. I bet you guys didn't know I could do that. Don't skimp on the toppings. Authentic as it gets. Big Apple Pizza and Subs on the corner of Bering and McCarran, a New Jersey guy who knows how to make an East Coast pizza.
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at D'Andrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South D'Andrea Parkway in Sparks.
It's America's largest historical district, and it's fun for the entire family. Virginia City is where the West comes alive every day, from train rides to gunslingers. Your gang can explore mines and interesting museums, visit historic saloons, and do some great shopping. Virginia City is the ultimate in family entertainment, and it's very affordable. Come up and stay overnight in our hotels, motels, and RV park. Virginia City, the Wild West at its best.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
And tomorrow, Sam, we've got Carol Villardo, president of the Nevada Taxpayers Association, to give us the dirt on these tax regulations.
And find out how she feels about them. We'll see you tomorrow on Nevada Newsmakers.